What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It is Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday Hump Day. My name is Joe, just your average Joe. We are hanging out in the garage. We're going to go over some sales. We're going to go over some comments. Don't have a whole lot to share today, so another, I think, shorter video than normal. Um, if you haven't hung out with me before, I've been reselling full time for 8 years, give or take, but I've been buying and selling stuff on eBay since back in the old Western Union days. We'll just say that, money order days, check day. You used to do checks back in the day, man. Y'all, did y'all know that? Did y'all know you could do checks back in the day? Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go over sales and comments. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hopefully your sales are going good. My sales, I was not on yesterday because I only had 3 sales for like $30. So I just didn't get on. It was 3 games at $10, 12, $15 or something like that a piece. And it was like it wasn't even worth getting on for the three games to show those off. So I didn't jump on. Like I said, yesterday was like $30. However, between yesterday and today, we did pretty good. It picked back up again, but my average is 200 a day, and so between yesterday and today, we're pretty much at average. But we did have a pretty good yesterday to today sales, so that's good. So we'll go over those. And again, hopefully your sales are going good. Mine are just kind of like, even though I mean, things are getting out of here that have been around a while, which is good since I got the promotion and the sales discount going on at the same time. Um, but it's. I mean, I wish I had some like back to back, just 2 3 days of just straight crushing it. Like I want to get a bunch of stuff out of here, but it is what it is. Um, let's go ahead and get started for the day. We got comments to cover, not a ton, and then we will jump into sales. So first comment is Jesus says at 16:56 on the video regarding about promotions and things. He said, I could almost hear Joe saying, like it or don't like it. I don't give a fuck. Beep, beep. It's raw and unedited. Keep on trucking, average Joe. Cheers. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, I do things my way, and like it or don't like it. It is what it is. I mean, I appreciate the feedback sometimes, but sometimes it's I do things the way I do things. So let me go ahead and let's see. Replied on newest video. All right. So let's go. Let's do that. Next one up is Ayo Gusto. In fact, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what I picked up yesterday. So that's something else we can go over today. Show you guys what I picked up yesterday. I've been on Marketplace hardcore the last several days. I picked up some army boots yesterday for $80 that they sell for about 150 to 175. So it wasn't quite my flip to 100, but it should be a quick sale. They sell really well on eBay. I've sold these boots before. They're the Rocky SV2 tactical boots, brand new in the box. Like I said, I picked them up for 80, which is a little on the high side. I usually like to get into them. Being brand new, I'd like to have been into them about 60 because they sell for about 150 ish. But I did put them up for 175. We'll see what happens. If I get an offer for 150, I'll take it and keep it moving. Maybe even 140. I mean, again, for a quicker sale, I'll take a $50 flip if it can sell within less than a week or a few days. I'll take it. So hopefully they sell here pretty quick. Being brand new, but I do have them starting off high with make an offer, so they may sit for a little bit. Who knows? But if I can get 150 to 180 out of them, that's great. So I got them up for 179.99. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I did that, and then I did somebody put on Marketplace yesterday a picture of um, Michael Jackson Moonwalker. And if you guys know that Michael Jackson Moonwalker on Sega is a pretty high dollar game. It's like $100 game. Mint condition of completes like 140 150 or somewhere around those lines. So they had their listing up for $400, and they said they had a bunch of PlayStations and Nintendo, Super Nintendo. It's an old collection that's been sitting in a barn apparently, or in an attic or somewhere. Been sitting at Grandpa's house, and it had some games and things like that. And I was like, well, you know what? I was the first one to message them. I was like, hey, can we meet this afternoon? And they said yes. You're the first one that messaged me, so yes. And so we met at McDonald's. I wasn't sure if I was going to buy it or not, but I ended up pulling the trigger. They ended up going down. They ended up asking what their best price would be on everything. They said 300. I said, would you take 275? I was going to offer 250, and I think they would have taken it, but I went 275. It was worth it. It was worth every bit of 275. Lots of cleaning, lots of processing, but I'll show that off once we get done with comments and sales. So, in fact, I haven't even gotten it out the truck, so I'll take you guys over to my processing table and show it all off. and then you guys can let me know what you think. Did I do good or not do good for 275? So next comment up is Ayo Gusto. Ayo Gusto, I think it's the first time you've commented with me before. Thank you for commenting and hanging out. Hopefully you've subscribed. Let me actually copy this one moment here. So, oh, terrible. I didn't mean to do that. Let's copy this. So Ayo Gusto comments, his comment says, Deshaun Watson is such a disappointment. Yeah, he is. And Saquon Barkley. Saquon's doing pretty good. Isn't he like leading rusher in the NFC or something? I think Saquon, or I think he got hurt, so maybe he's not anymore, but he was doing good. Saquon's pretty solid. As a Giants fan, I don't care too much about him. I have a total of 301 active items for a total of 36,733. Well, hey, yo, man, you got some high dollar stuff up, man. So, Ayo Gusto, good deal. Appreciate you commenting and sharing. I think you're the only one that actually shared what your value is and what your total items up are. So, I need to get back up to that 40 grand mark. I think that's kind of that sweet spot where you can do 1,400 a week, no problem. At least that's where I was before, and so I've let myself come down a bit. So, like I said, I think I'm at around 540 something right now, at right about 30 grand, to just give or take 29 grand, something like that. So I'm need to get more stuff up, as I mentioned. Big Bo from B Town. What's up, Big Bo from B Town? Appreciate you commenting and hanging out. He says, thanks for the video, Joe. Good one as always. I sold a golf bag over the weekend. Packing that thing was no fun. Yeah, they're no fun. But, I mean, depending what you sold it for, I'm sure the juice was worth the squeeze. You know what I mean? The juice was worth the squeeze. I had to make one of those Franken boxes out of 2 boxes. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know if it was worth it. I had to use like half a roll of tape. It's worth it. If it sold for $100, if you made $100 off of it, it was worth it. I would say it was worth it. So hopefully you made $100 on it. It'd be worth it, because 30, 40 minutes, even if it takes you 30 minutes to pack it, I mean, and use half a roll of tape, I mean, it's worth $100, man. Most people don't make $100 a day anymore. Well, okay, maybe I'd say probably $100 a day. If you make $100 a day at a job after taxes and everything, and that's for 8 hours of work, that's not terrible. Not terrible. I mean, I would say that's not great either. But there's a lot of people that's what they make after taxes is all said and done. They're because I guess what is $14 an hour? Hold on. Let's just say on average like $14 an hour. What is that a day? 8 hours. 14 times 8. Well, that was wrong. 14 times 8. 112. Yeah, so if you're making $14 an hour, 112 minus taxes, you're probably taking home like $90. So it's, so think of it that way. If it took you 30, 40 minutes to pack that thing, you're making more than most people make. Well, not most, but you're making more than probably half the people in the country at $14 an hour. So there's that. Anyway, so I would say it was probably worth it if you made at least $100 off of it. Sometimes you got to put things in perspective. People are out there making $14 an hour, $18 an hour, even $20 an hour, $20 an hour at 8 hours. That's $20 an hour. That's 160 minus taxes. I mean, what you're looking at, like 140-ish, give or take, after taxes. I mean, if you can, so if you're popping out like $100, $200 a day on eBay, that's you're not doing too bad, man. You're not doing too bad. So that's, as far as if you had to translate that into a full-time job, anyway, so Big Bo from B Town, thanks again. Next one, we got Yarina says, "Hey Joe, now I know how it works. I used to do flat rate in the past, but you're right. I had that discount on. Thank you again for helping us with your knowledge. Greatly appreciate it." Well, no problem, Yarina. Like I said, some folks like to give the discount, some don't. Some folks like flat shipping, some folks like free shipping, some folks do calculated. There's no right answer to any of this, so it's kind of what you dial yourself into, and what works for you. And so some of my stuff is free shipping. I've been doing that a little bit more frequently, but I always incorporate what it would cost. So if like the average rate of something is $20, plus shipping, then and that shipping is $10 or so, then I just put the item up for $29.99 free shipping, you know what I mean, and kind of go that route with it. And then I also do the calculated. I don't do flat rate on much. Occasionally I'll do a flat $10 or $5, like the video games. I'll put $5 flat shipping on those. because they normally cost about $4 to ship out, 4 and change to ship out, so 3 and change to ship out, depending where it's going. So, I do like $5 flat on those, but it just works what works for you. Clothes, typically I do like $8, depending on what it is, like a shirt or a sweater, maybe $10. A jacket, maybe $10. Things like that. I'll do flat shipping on that kind of stuff, or I'll just incorporate the shipping into the price. But if you do pass the discount, just make sure, and we talked about this before, just make sure if you want to make a couple dollars on it, bump up the shipping a couple pounds. If you're going to keep the profits and not pass the discount to the customer, then bump the shipping down a little bit, so you still get a couple dollars and you give the customer a better shipping rate. So at least that's how I do it. So anyway, next one up is Mark. Says, I just got scammed on Amazon and fighting with the buyer. He sent back a broken printer with a different serial number. Oh, wow. That's not good, Mark. You've been having some bad luck, Mark. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, I don't really sell on Amazon, so I don't have a whole lot to give you outside of if it was eBay and they sent something back that wasn't the right item. I know you protected seller protection if you can prove it and show eBay the pictures and show the different serial numbers and things like that. Then a lot of times you're protected under buyer protect or seller protection to some degree. I don't know about the full rate of the item, but at least to some degree you're protected under seller protection too. So I'm not sure how Amazon works on that. So hopefully that works out, man, and you get at least some of your money back. And hopefully things turn around for you. I know you've had a little bit of a hard time lately, so hopefully things turn around for you, Mark. And then the Dark 25 says, that's so funny. I recently got a copy of the Rocket Power Beach Bandits at a yard sale. Yeah, I mean, it's always sells for $10 or $12 or whatever. It's not a bad title. I mean, it sells pretty well. So, but the Dark 25, thank you as well for commenting and hanging out. That's all the comments. Not a ton going on. Not a lot to dive into. So drop comments, guys. How things work. How you do this. How you do that. What size tape do you use? 3-inch. What do you do for this? What do you do for that kind of thing? Throw comments at me. I enjoy the comments. I enjoy diving into stuff. So like I said, and said it before, I don't have an agenda to go over. I don't have stuff to cover. I'm not that guy. I'm not that witty or that creative to drop a discussion thing for the video. I feed off of you guys and what you guys put in your comments and kind of address those and kind of dive into stuff and drop nuggets as we tackle those questions. So if you're new to the channel or been around a while and you're not sure about anything, or you have an issue happening in your world that you want to maybe get some insight on, feel free to drop comments. I love comments, guys. Maybe make sure my mic's on. All right, mic's on. Good deal. So all right, that's all I got for that. Let's go over sales real quick, and then I'll take you over to the processing table, get the stuff out the truck, and show you guys what I picked up yesterday for $275. I think I did good. First thing that sold for $10.79, Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem on PS3 sold for $10.79. Free shipping on that one, so I'll make like maybe $5 on it, give or take. PS4 Pro. I gotta find this thing. PS4 Pro. Let me make sure it's not over here. I sold a PS4 Pro for $150 plus shipping, or $153 plus shipping. Let me find this thing. PS4 Pro. PS4 500 red controller. That's not it. PS4 Pro. Got it right here. Love it. Love it when I label the boxes correctly and I can find it easily. So PS4 Pro, I've been holding on to this for a while. I've been getting a lot of offers on it since I've had it up, but finally on discount, and I had it for like $179.99, and then of course I'm doing the discount right now, the sales promotion and the sales discount with the marketing promo. So it actually sold via promoted listing and 10% off. So 10%, $152, maybe it was $169.99, but either way, somebody jumped on it for $153 plus shipping. So there's that. It's 1 terabyte. It comes with controller. No games on this one. No games to bundle, because I had no games when I bundled this one or put this one together. I don't normally have a ton of PS4 games laying around. I will say that too. So $153, that was the big sale of between yesterday and today. Oh, did I give you the total? So sales, like I said, sales the day before yesterday, so Tuesday, I was not on. I had like $30 in sales. Between yesterday and today, 8 sales for $429.33. So offset kind of thing. So 200 average for a day, or 1,400 for the week, and I haven't hit that in a few weeks. But at least between yesterday and today, about 450, 429.33 plus the $30 from yesterday. So still averaging that 200-ish. Again, that's before fees and shipping, but still, you're still right around that 380, give or take. So close. Actually, well, yesterday didn't even cost me 30. I mean, well, yeah, it's probably going to cost me about, let's see, 450, probably $60 or so to ship everything out. So 490-ish, give or take. So pretty close to goal for the 2-day average at least. And so that's kind of where I want to be. Yes, you're going to have those days that are $30 like yesterday, and I don't jump on here to show you guys $30, but then you got days like today, 8 sales for 429.33. So it's like score, good deal, good day. But an ebb and flow, man, that ebb and flow. At the end of the week, that I average out, where I wanted to be, or close at least to where I wanted to be. I used to exceed goal regularly, and now I barely hit 1,000, 1,100, 800, 900, for my deposits. So I haven't really been hitting goal recently. But hopefully with fourth quarter among us, hopefully we'll get there and have some good weeks again. So Dragon Age, is that the right one? That is not the right one. Let me make sure I'm grabbing the right one. Dragon Age 2 is the right one. Dragon Age 2. Let's take another look. Looks mint. Dragon Age 2 sold for not $8.89 free shipping. So again, I'll make like $4 on that after it's all said and done. Nothing major, but like I said, those $4 wins, you do enough of them, that does add up. T-shirt, NC State or North Carolina T-shirt. Which one is that? It's blue with the gray sleeves. Let's find this thing. Hopefully I can find it. Blue with the gray sleeves. It might be in that bin. Have I ever told you? Oh, here it is. Good thing. Have I ever told you guys I hate clothes? Man, I hate clothes. Man, I absolutely hate clothes. But they sell, and I have a bunch that I need to put up. But North Carolina Tar Heels, Nike long sleeve shirt. More of this winter stuff will start popping here, which is nice. I got a lot of winter stuff. So it'll be nice to see a lot of this stuff get out of here over the winter. At least now through probably February, I'll start seeing more and more of this stuff sell, which is good. A lot of the jackets that I have up, I got some Carhartt stuff, some sweaters, a lot of jackets and things like that and stuff. So it'll be nice to get some of this out of here. Usually I pick those up for $1, and that sold for $11.18 plus shipping on that one, and they paid like $8 on shipping, so probably only cost me like $6 and change to ship it. So I'll make $1 or $2 off shipping. But anyway, $11.18. $1 to make 11. It's not the greatest score in the world, especially it's been sitting for so damn long. But whenever I'm at a yard sale and I happen to see a Nike, any team shirt, and I can get them for $1, I'm usually game, and they usually sell. Even for, 15, 10, 15, $20. Sometimes you get a pop of one that's, that's more rare, that's a championship one, that's, just whatever, is just, then they may go for a little bit more. But normally t-shirts or shirts, whether it's long sleeve or short sleeve, expect to get about 15, give or take, out of them. They don't sell for much. So if you can get them for $1 and you get 3-4 of them at one yard sale, that's not bad. $5 to yield, 15 times 5. What is that? $30, $75 for 15. Again, it's not crazy scores, but it works, and they do sell slow, but they sell. So I do pick them up. Star Wars sold for $12 free shipping on PS3. Star Wars. Lego Star Wars at that. Lego Star Wars. There it is. Lego Star Wars. This one. I believe it's this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So no manual on this one, but Lego Star Wars sold for $12 free shipping on that one. So hey, I may make like $7 on that one. $6, $7. Hey. Next thing that sold was a Xbox One 500 gig with a wired controller. Let me find it. Xbox One. It sold for $80 on sale. I had it on discount. It was $100. Somebody bought it for $88 plus shipping, and it sold through promoted listing and $20 discount, because I've had this one up for a while for like $100 or maybe $110. Xbox One S, Xbox One Pink. Well, Let's see. This is, I don't even know what that is. What is this? I don't even know what this is. What is this? PS3. Oh, that's the PS3. That's another Xbox One S. Let's see. Nope. 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 All right, maybe it's on the other side. So we're looking for an Xbox One 500 gig. Xbox One 500 gig. Not there. Xbox 360. 360. Oh, of course. Of course. Oh, what is this? That's SNES. Well, Dreamcast, PS4, Wii, N64. I love when I can't find them. White controller, 360, 360. Nope, nope. These aren't it over here, are they? Neither one of these. Not over here. PS3, Wii. Maybe it was that Xbox One. That's Xbox One S. No, that's not it. Xbox One Pink. Maybe this is it. Well, it's got to be it. No, that's pink controller. No, yep, that is it. Well, there's that. I don't know why I put pink. I guess the controller has pink in it. So anyway, Xbox One with a wired controller sold for $88 plus shipping. Usually I get about $100 out of them, but you know, it was on sale. So there's that. Two more things that sold was finally sold this one of these purses. I think I bought both of these purses for $20 a piece. No, actually, I think that was not one of them. I bought two purses when I was in Florida. So that would have been that'd have been a while ago. Not when I was in Florida this past time. It was the time before that. So like a year-ish ago. Anyway, so it's a Coach. Is it Coach? No, it's Fossil. It's a Fossil, brand new Fossil. I remember picking this one up. It was new. And then I think it was a Coach that was new. I think if I remember correctly, I got them both for $40. I believe the Coach one sold for like 60 or 70. And then this one just sold for 40 plus shipping. So technically this is all pure profit on this one. The last one, like I said, put me in the green already. Almost doubled me up. Not quite. But then now with that one selling, it would certainly have doubled me up. So we'll say 60. We'll say 100 now. And I'm pretty sure I spent 20 a piece on them. So brand new. Both of them were brand new with tags. So you're talking, you know, little over doubled your money after fees and all that. Then, you know, possibly a little over double your money. So not a terrible pickup. I do if stuff's got tags on it and I tend to, you know, especially at a good price, I tend to kind of gravitate to it a little bit too, which was the case with both of those. And then the last thing that sold was Wii remotes. Normally I put the Wii remotes in a bundle together. So normally I put these in a bundle together. And these two sold, and then they normally $20, and I normally put them on for $20 plus shipping. So there's that $20 plus shipping on two Wii remotes with the straps, 20 plus shipping. So there is that. So yeah, so that's all I got for you guys. Let's go ahead and jump over to the processing table. I can show you on my processing table. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Last time you saw it, I mean, I probably have a little bit more stuff on it right now because my headlight's on here. So I'm gonna take this off. I gotta replace my headlight at some point. It's got some condensation in it, so I just bought another one, third party. This morning I went out and I picked up Pokemon. A guy was selling Pokemon. It's a guy that I've actually bought stuff from before. He messaged me and said, "Hey Joe, I got Pokemon Stadium with the Rumble Pack in the box with the manuals and the inserts, and I got Pokemon Snap in the box with the inserts, and I got two N64 controllers. Are you interested?" And I was like, "Sure. How much?" He said, "How about 140?" And I was like, would you go 120? He said, sure. So I went and picked them up. Pokemon Stadium alone, now the box is a little janky. It's got a little tape on it. So it probably will get about 120 for Pokemon Stadium with the box and the inserts. Snap will get about 70-ish. It's in decent shape, pretty good shape actually. A little wear on the box, but not bad. And then the two controllers, they typically sell. The Atomic Purple sells for about $17 for me, and the Gray sell about $16 for me, plus shipping on both. So it wasn't a bad pickup, but I went ahead. Pokemon Snap I'm going to keep for myself, so I'll still make a couple dollars on the deal. So, but that's a good way to kind of pick things up like that, basically for free almost, because you're selling off some of the stuff and then keeping something on for yourself. I'm going to run out to my truck and grab the boxes real quick and bring them in, show you guys what I picked up for $275. Let's see. Oh boy. All right. Oh, so I'm going to point this down so y'all can see a little bit. So first thing is a PS3. PS3 with two controllers and some games. The Slim Edition. So those normally sell for me for about $120, $130. So there's that. Then this is I don't know if you can see this. Maybe I should come a little closer. You guys can see what I see. So basically, I'm not going to pull everything out. Well, I guess I could pull, but you got a Dreamcast, you've got PS1, some sort of fan down there. I don't know what that's about, but there's another PS1 under that. There's the Xbox original. There's the Fantastic N64. There's a Wii U. Now he says the Wii U screen needs to be replaced, which is fine. I can do that. And then he said the console works. You got the Model 1. You've got a Wii, regular Wii. Let me unplug that so it doesn't tear it up. You got another PS2 Silver. Again, he says most of these work. I'm not going to bet the bank on it. You got a PS2 down there with a network adapter. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not, but there's a PS2 with a network adapter. There is another N64 here, an Xbox 360s I can see there. So I think I did pretty good on this. So that was just part of it. Again, that's with the PS3. Let me grab the other box. So this box is all cordage and controllers. So all cordage and controllers are pretty janky. Some of them have some issues with the wire. So I'll dig through this and see there's the matching Fantastic a Rumble Pack. Let me show you, see if the battery terminals are nasty. Actually, they're not. Good deal. The Rumble Pack alone is like $20, I think, for a Rumble Pack, if I remember correctly. I haven't sold one by itself in a while. Dreamcast, two Dreamcast controllers, another N64 controller. Got the matching Fantastic. Got some more cableage. Another Atomic Purple controller. So controllers, there's that. Controllers, hopefully they work, and but there's that. And let me go grab one more bin. Oh, this will be the fun one. Turn this sideways. So this will be the fun one. So we got Ghostbusters. If you know, I mean, the cases are nasty. They got to be wiped down really good. They smell like smoke, more like marijuana, not really smoke. So I think they were smoking weed around it. But anyway, which should just let it air out, should be fine. But again, I might buy some replacement cases because like these are two pretty high dollar games. I mean, that's like $80 for Ghostbusters and like $100 and some dollars for Michael Jackson. So I may buy a couple, some, maybe a lot of 5 replacement cases possibly. Tick, pretty janky on that one, but I know outside artwork. Batman Returns, Game Gear in the box. I mean, I haven't even gone through this whole thing, to be honest with you. I just kind of looked at the surface of it. So I'm kind of curious. Magic Quest, Mickey Mouse, SimCity, Riddick boxing. Anyway, some good stuff. Some good stuff. Mischief Makers. I think that's what Keeper for me. Mischief Makers, Jungle Book. So anyway, so got some games in here. Paperboy. I don't know what all's in here. What is this? Paintball, PS2. I don't know. So I got to go through that. Spider-Man, I guess. So I'll go through this and figure out what's all there, but that'll be a little bit fun just to see some of those gems. At least we know there's 2 gems in there. So that's it. That's let me get you back up here with me. That's that was the deal. I like going through. I like getting stuff like this because it's kind of like Christmas. You go through it, and you find maybe I'll find a few more gems in there, and then you also find some keepers. I mean, luckily I've got Ghostbusters and the Moonwalker, so I don't need either one of those. So those are both sellable. So that's almost $200 just for those 2 games. And in my mind, I'm like, those 2 games alone, I'm almost at 2. There's several N64, PlayStation, Super Nintendo, N64, some other Sega stuff in there, some PlayStation stuff, so I figured there's some PS1 games down there buried. They said there's a bunch of demo games and things like that. So the demo games don't go for much, but they said there's other games in there, so they don't really know what all's in there. But I figured if they've got 2 gems in there, there might be some other gems in there too. So that's always fun. There may or may not be anything else. But between the games, I'm sure I've got 300 plus just in games sitting here. And then the systems, obviously, if the N64s are tanks, the Segas typically are tanks. Anything cartridge based usually work. So it's a matter of cleaning them up, cleaning the pins maybe a little bit, testing them out, make sure they're good, clean the controllers up, make sure I got all the connectors. I may have to buy a few things to complete things. Like I said, I may need a cord here, a cord there that I buy. I may need maybe a controller here and there that I need to buy. Maybe there's some of those cartridge or those cases for the Sega I may need to buy. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's worth it. I expect. I mean, if all those systems check out, I just sold a Dreamcast for what, 130. For a Dreamcast and a controller, and that was it. For 130. So they did say there's a couple Dreamcast games in there. I'm curious to see what those are. So we'll just see. I mean, and again, stuff has to be all tested, clean, because it's pretty dirty and nasty. I'm a little worried about possibly having bugs in it. Maybe not. I don't know. It's been sitting in my car overnight. It got pretty cold last night, but still, you never know. I know we talked about that on a previous episode. So I've got a bunch of traps all over my garage just because if an infestation starts, I want to catch it before it goes crazy. So I got a bunch of little tablets and bait stations and catcher, the things that catch them on the sticky pads, and I got the hormone things that I have Home Team Pest Defense. They do my house for pests quarterly, so they've come out and put some of their things in here to help me stay ahead of the curve in the event we do bring something in. That's something, being a reseller in general, just reselling anything, especially if you're not, if stuff you bring in been sitting in places. You never know what you're bringing in. And so normally, I have a lot of stuff, bait and things in the garage to kind of catch stuff in the event, and the hormone stuff, like I said before, the bait, the food, the this, the that. So that way, if there is something that crawls out of something, or we got a little something in some of these systems, they go eat that stuff. They go through the bait stations. They go through whatever hormone station, and they can't reproduce and kills them and all that kind of stuff. So luckily, we haven't had a problem. I've had a couple pop up here and there. Recently, I mentioned that on a previous video on a PS4 I brought in. I didn't realize that there was stuff in it. and there was some German roaches in it. And so luckily, I want to say now over the course of the last month, we haven't seen any activity. But for a couple days after I brought that unit in, we saw a couple of them. We were like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So that's when we had our home team service come back out, put a bunch of the stations down. My wife went ham and bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon. So we put little pellets down everywhere. We put a bunch of those sticky pads everywhere. So we use the syringe stuff that they eat, that's like bait that ends up killing them. The stuff that they take back to their nest in case they nest anywhere. Typically they stay where they nest. So like this PlayStation, they were like out traveling, but they would have come back to the PlayStation until they find another source of food or water. And there's no really source of food in here. I mean, I guess there's other bugs and other just microscopic stuff that they would eat possibly, but a consistent flow of food before they end up getting into the house. We're not hooked up to water on the refrigerator, but the refrigerator obviously has condensation. So if there's any form of water, it would come from the fridge. So the fridge is like, it has a ton of stuff around the fridge that we have to prevent. And so anyway, that all you can do is be preventative and keep your eye out, keep open eyes. When you're in the garage, look around, make sure there's nothing crawling around or things popping up or, whatever. Check the stations, make sure you don't see any activity. If you do, ramp up the activity, ramp it up. Luckily, we have not had anything come into the house. I had a scare in our bonus room one time for a pair of shoes I brought in. Luckily, I killed the one that we found and that was still alive. Nothing. We put a bunch of stuff up in my bonus room and never saw another one after that. So that we caught that before the infestation starts. The biggest thing is if you get a female come in with eggs and ready to lay, then that's when it can become a problem and boom pretty quick. So if it's males, it's not such a big deal, but again, you just don't want any. And so that's, I mentioned it in the previous video. If you have any concern, bag the stuff up, put it in your freezer for about 2 days, let them die out. So I may possibly do that because that bottom container is the only one I'm a little worried about with all the systems. So they're all sealed up in that tub and locked in that tub. So what I might do is little by little pull them out, throw them in the freezer in a bag in a trash bag, and just throw them in the freezer for 2 days and do a few systems at a time. And then just in the event, because again, you just want to try to be proactive and stay ahead of the game. You don't want to have an infestation in your house, obviously. Some people don't care about that apparently. The one guy that I got the PlayStation from, I told him and he was like, oh, that's my son's and blah, blah, blah. And he's in the army. He doesn't live with me anymore. I was selling it for him. I think he was full of shit. But anyway, I was like, oh, okay, well, I could tell your son, if he doesn't already know, he's infested with German roaches. Because if I brought in a handful through his system, then I can only imagine how many are in his house. You know what I mean? And so anyway, there's that. So anyway, that comes with the territory. My wife absolutely grosses her out and doesn't want anything to do with it. So I do my best to try to stay ahead of the game with that stuff. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. This is the pickup. I'm going to get this stuff packed and shipped for my mail lady when she comes around, hopefully here in the next 30 minutes or so. Give me a little bit of time to get the stuff packed. And that's it. That's an episode. That's what we got for today. So, I also picked this up this weekend. The Guitar Hero. I picked that up this weekend for $30. Now the problem is they said it all worked, but the guitar, as of right now, the guitar does not work. Now they do have the quick disconnect cable. It's for Xbox 360, so it does have the quick disconnect cable. I have known in the past that those cables go bad, and I've had them not work. So I bought a set of them on eBay, brand new. I didn't have any laying around. I don't usually have a lot of the quick disconnect cables laying around. I've got a couple for a OG Xbox, but I didn't have any for 360. So I'm going to retest the guitar because it does light up for a second. So, and then it goes away. So I'm thinking maybe it's the quick disconnect, possibly. If not, then the guitar's no good. I'm going to chuck it. The drums I tested, the drums work. So the drums you can get about $100 out of, maybe $130 out of the drums. However, there's a deal on Marketplace right now with the guy that's selling a 360 with 2 guitars and stuff like that for like $40. So I'm trying to do a deal with him so I can get that from him. The one guitar goes for like $80 and then by itself. And then I'd have the system to resell for like $60, $70, $80, depending on the hard drive. And then I'll have another guitars just like that one to bundle with this, because once you bundle a Guitar Hero guitar, mic, because it's got the mic, the drums, you got a few games, which I have a couple games already. then the price can go up to like 400. 400. I've sold them for 400 free shipping. I've sold them for 3 plus shipping. So it's just, so I want to try to marry the drums with another guitar, maybe even two. If that one does work, I'll still get that bundle from him because it's worth it. For 40 bucks, I can sell the system for double, 70, 80. And then I still got the guitar for another 70, 80. And then I got the other guitar that can go with this. So if I have two guitars with this, then I can certainly get $400 out of this set. So anyway, that's kind of where my gears go. Hopefully that makes sense to some of you guys. Sometimes you find stuff out there in the wild and a marketplace that can marry with what things you have to make your bundle better or to complete your bundle or whatever the case is. So, but that's all I got for you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Again, hopefully you got a little something out of this one, and we will see you guys tomorrow, assuming we got sales. I'll be back on Thursday. So y'all have a good rest of your day. Bye, everybody.